As you can see, it's a hand crank. It's a Singer 28K, and it is from 1912, I think. Yes, it's 1912. What I'm going to do is just, on this video, thread it up, show you its sewing, etc. And you can decide if you want it, okay? So please bear with me if the video goes a bit wonky. It takes a bullet shuttle, which is here. And this is one of the bobbins. It'll come with 2 bobbins, hopefully. And you put the shuttle into the shuttle case. The thread comes down and you just give it a tug at the bottom. And it goes back up to the top where you give it a tug. If it doesn't go up to the top, you take the little bobbin out and turn it over. It's in the wrong way. It can only go one way. So that's set there. Okay, so this bobbin, just bear with me when I move things along here, goes into here. This is where the bobbin sits. The nose, so you have the shiny flat bit towards you, and the nose goes into this little clip here, and you just let it drop in. Okay, so it doesn't actually clip there. You see it dropped in? So it's gone in. That's it. When you look at it, that pointed end doesn't fit in that curl. It just sits before it. Okay. So I'm now going to thread up the top of the machine, and hope you can follow me from here. All right. Let's get the phone so it'll sit. Hopefully, if it drops over, I'm sorry, I'll start again. So I've just got a bit of thread here, which comes down through here. It goes around between the 2 discs here, has a thumb release. So you release it with the thumb and you pull the thread till it clicks into the center and let go. Through the eye, then you can pull it down and it goes through this one here, which you can clip in. And then we'll go, this one doesn't have a needle catch here on it, but we'll go down through the needle now. This is a standard needle, just a standard, I think they're called a 15, but it's a standard needle. You'll have to bear with me on the threading up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. This is the tricky thing. You might want to buy yourself a microscope for, a magnifying glass for this bit. Because as we get older, our eyes fade a bit, and these needles are just like any other sewing machine needles. A bit tricksy to do, and I really need to put my other glasses on for this, I think. But I might just be able to get it through. Otherwise we'll be here a little while. Okay, just let me snip the end off, give it one more go. Put the foot down, then we can get better. I know it's there somewhere. I'm going by guess on threading machines a lot. Aha, got it. Right. So, obviously it's got the foot lift at the back. And you pop your thread between the feet like you do with any machine. And turn the wheel towards you. And pick up the thread from underneath. Okay, I've got blue underneath because I want you to see what a lovely stitch it is on this machine. So you just pull your thread through, your 2 threads under the foot to the back, and then here's the front plate. I'm just going to slide it on. It is over 100 years old, this machine, 110, so it has got quite a bit of wear and tear on it. These plates, you can buy new ones and replace them. These will never shine back up. But unless you were sewing something like a georgette or a chiffon, I think you'd be fine on here. There's no rough edges. This is not totally smooth, but like I say, if I wasn't doing anything, you know, if we're doing cottons and what have you, it's absolutely fine. It is a straight stitch machine. So I'm now just going to stitch with it. can get the video in the right place for you. I'm trying to do this quickly but all in one so you can see the machine works. Got a little bit of thread here. I'm going to put the foot down. As always, you would hold the threads at the back, and I'm just going to turn the treadle at the end. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, I'm going to move you so you can just see how easy this moves. So I'm just turning the treadle at the hand crank at the end, and you can see it's feeding the material through and sewing lovely. Now I've got this set on the length stitch I like. You can make it bigger and smaller using this little knob here, but usually on these old machines they don't go a long way. You need to remember the trick. If you're turning, leave the needle in, lift the foot, turn the fabric. These things we don't tend to remember on modern machines, but on the old machines it does help. So you can see, hopefully underneath it's got a lovely stitch as well. I'll show you when I just get to the end again, and we'll just run along. Okay, it has that lovely old noise on it. Okay, so there's just one more thing I want to do on this machine, hopefully, and that is to demonstrate it winding the bobbin. So I'm just going to move things into position. So hopefully you can see. Okay, so here's the bobbin winder here. So I'm going to just pull the thread out. Now the thread goes through the guide at the top. Okay, and I would do it this way. I like to trap the thread in to the winder. Hopefully you can see this. Let me get that in. Okay, I think we're in, and hopefully I haven't. Right, I'll try again and just trap this thread in the winder. That's it, got it in. Then it goes through the top and through the little bottom one. I'm just going to tighten it back a little. Okay, you push this rubber wheel forward so it connects with the big wheel. I'm just checking you can see. At the other side you can see my hand. There's a screw that you unloosen, and then the needle shouldn't turn. Sometimes it does on these old machines, but it shouldn't. And now, yeah, it's working. As you can see, oh, just let me cut this thread off because I don't want it to wind in. As you can see, it's now going to wind the bobbin. I'm just going to have a look, and yes, you can see it. So it's winding this bobbin up beautifully. Okay. Now, I always say not to overwind these, maybe about a half full, because these stop. And I like to stop at this end where I start, and then you don't get the line. And I'm just going to move this to this end for you, so you can hopefully see what I did to disengage, because now I need to pull this away so the wheel doesn't rub on this all the time. And then this center here, I'm going to hold the outside wheel, and this center one, turn it clockwise and tighten it. That tightens up again so everything moves. Okay, so that is this 1912 machine. This is the stitch length you alter, this way for bigger, this way for smaller. You have to go a long way to do it, I will say that. Now the only other thing left is hopefully for me to just show you, this is the, where's the camera? Okay, this is the top stitch I've done. You can see it's beautiful for a 109 years old is this machine, something like that. And this is the bottom stitch. If you needed to alter it, you wouldn't normally alter the shuttle on the bottom, but you turn this here, this screw on the end tightens and loosens the tension here, and that is how you would tighten an object. So if you had thicker layers or thinner layers, you would tighten it here. Okay, so this is the machine. It's like I say, a 1912 Singer 28 hand crank machine with a Victorian decal.